Hey everyone, Carl here at Gardening Solutions. I want to just post a quick update about what's going on in my yard. Been a lot of rain. The weeds have really gotten out of control, so I'm going to show some of that. But here's some of the really cool stuff that's going. And what we're looking at here is a sugar apple. And I have a ripe fruit here. See a little frog on top there. But when you squeeze it, it's a little soft to the touch, so this one is just ripened up. I've got a few more that are getting close. Let's see. This one probably another day or two. But this tree, nice thing about sugar apple is they're very productive even at a young age. This tree's not very big. The very tip maybe 6 feet. So the bulk of it is about 5 feet high. It's been productive for 3 years now, and it was only about a 2-year-old tree when it started producing, so that's pretty interesting. So let me walk you over to the side and show you some new additions. So this is my Mamie sapote, and the deer have done a number on this one. They basically topped it off. Now it's grown back some since then, but the deer here are really destructive. So I'm going to show you a couple other plants. Like this mango tree. It's a Valencia Pride. And they've just constantly picked on this tree. And I'm near the front of the property now. So I don't think they're getting in on the sides. I think they're all coming across my front fence because it's the shortest at 4 feet. The sides are 5 feet. But here's a see, I think this is the Brogdon avocado. They have not been able to leave this alone. And the bark has just been chewed up. So I've left this alive as a grafting donor. So I'll use some scions off that to graft onto some new avocado tree rootstock. And then over here, I've got a bacon avocado. So they've attacked this many times. But again, I'm going to keep it around. And although it's growing up there, you can see the damage here on the trunk. They've just destroyed the bark about 2/3, 3/4 of the way around that. So again, keeping this alive as a graft donor for now. Then they've recently done some damage to the olive tree. In my last property tour video, I showed the damage to the dragon fruit. What they're doing in this is they're rubbing their antlers on it. So it's done a lot of damage. Didn't kill this dragon fruit though. So it still flowers and still looks pretty good. I've got a mulberry over there. I'll get to that in a second. But this is new. They attacked this mango tree recently, so there's some bark damage there. I've got, well, over here, this is a new one I planted since the tour. Chinese rain tree. It's an ornamental, but they immediately chewed it to the ground. I surrounded it with this wire, but it's coming back, but I need to do something better. And then, of course, the Royal Poinciana's here. Boy, these are doing great. See, I want these to canopy the driveway. They're almost there. There's another one over there. Get a better perspective here. So it's not quite to the driveway yet, but it's getting close. And then there's the other one there. So these things get huge. And then next to each poinciana, I've got a powder puff, which the deer have also worked their way through. Now I did surround it with the wire. And what I do is I cut off the top row from the welded wire. So if they stick their snouts down there, they're going to get a nasty surprise. I don't feel sorry for them. They've done so much damage. So this is starting to come back. And then this mulberry, they've just continuously can't leave it alone. So I've got a bark protector, but again, this tree is like the avocados, it's really heavily damaged, even though it's still producing, and I constantly pick fruit off of it. Those are so good. There's another, looks like a twig, but that's a mulberry. So what I have here is, you see a field fence around most of the property. It's a 4-foot high field fence. And then I've got another foot of wire. So this runs around the sides and back. I don't know why the video is not coming out very well there. And then I have this vinyl fence, which is probably a little less than 4 feet. So this is where they're coming across, I believe. So there's 40 feet of this on each side, and then it goes across the whole front. Recently, I planted Mexican sunflower across the whole front. So that's going to be my border for now, till I can afford to put something nicer along there, but for now this works. I was laid off back in April, so we had to cut back. I am working now, but it just started, so got to get kind of back in the game. But what I'm thinking about doing is putting these metal rods like parallel to the fence, and either run wire or some welded wire, so it'll be 2 layers. So if the deer jump over, I've heard they won't come across if there's 2 layers of fencing. So maybe that will help. Anyways, that's the plan for now. I have a tropical almond out in front of the property. So this is the main road here, which just got repaved. My tropical almond's doing really good. The deer did hit it once, but I guess they don't really care for it. And yeah, nice new road. It's kind of a main road, but it leads to a park. So the traffic isn't all the time. Okay, I'm gonna head to the backyard and show you a few things going on back there. Actually on the side now. This is a black sapote. We have fruit. Got a couple there. Got one there. Let's see. Another one down there. So I'm real happy with that. So here's the chicken coop. A while back, I talked about getting ducks. So the chicken coop had been divided in half. We had the ducks in here. We put them in here at night to protect them. And then during the day, they just hang out in the pond. Unfortunately, there's no more ducks. We had ended up with 4 males and 1 female. So we gave 3 of the males to a neighbor. And you're not only supposed to have like 1 male per 4 females. And the male got attacked and eaten. So we got one of the males back from the neighbor. When we brought it back, the female was gone. She got attacked. We believe it's bobcats. We gave the male back to the neighbor, so she had the 3 males, and the other night she lost 2 of them. Just not a duck-friendly area. Anyways, here is our ice cream banana circle. These are producing big time right now. We've got bananas all over the place. Look at all those. So these banana circles are just doing phenomenal. Let's see, you can't really see from here. There's another bunch up through there. I'm not even gonna walk over there. Let's see if I can poke the camera through there. There we go, another bunch. So yeah, I've got 4, maybe 5 racks going right now. Here's the big problem I've had lately. Just this torpedo grass has just completely taken over my garden beds. Believe it or not, there's plants in here. There's Chapotocaba. So I'm constantly pulling this grass out. But I mean, you can just see how tall it is. I try to keep up with it, but it's really difficult. Been so busy lately. This is one of my mulch circles. And it's got a lot of Everglades tomatoes going on it, which is kind of cool. So that's nice. They're just all over. And then there's some bitter melon. There's that ice cream tree. So I've got 3 or 4 of those doing real well. I'm removing these bananas. These are Grand Nain. And what I did is I put them on Craigslist and Facebook, and I let people dig up whatever they want, $10 per stalk. And I'm doing that because I put another ice cream banana there. I'm making it so each island is 1 banana type. So I've got 8 banana types right now. I just want to keep them separated, a little easier to manage. This sugar cane's doing good, but the one in the back is even better. I'll get to that in a minute. But again, look at these garden areas. This is torpedo grass. If you're not familiar with it, consider yourself lucky. This stuff's just awful. Little garden variety, believe it or not. That's just a weed. Got some of my bamboo there. I want to show you something cool. Here's my grow out area. And I will do a video on that someday. These are Huamoa bananas. So these are, again, very productive. Papaya, got lots of papaya going all over the place. But what I want to show you, well, let's look at the papaya first. These things are just loaded. But here's what I'm really happy about. Look at these figs. Fig, fig, fig. Figs everywhere. These things are loaded with figs. Actually, there's a ripe one. Somebody beat me to it. Let me show you another one. It's Malabar chestnut. There's a avocado there. Again, this grass has just gotten out of control. I've started making my islands bigger, so there's less paths. I need more room for plants. This back edge is doing pretty well. Okay, here's another fig. Look at the figs on here. It's loaded. I mean, they're just everywhere on this thing. I'm so happy about that. I love figs. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Everywhere you look. You wouldn't even think this is Florida. It's just most figs I've ever seen on a tree. So again, that makes me real happy. And let's see what else we got for an update. I've cut down some of the Mexican sunflower for chop and drop. You can see how nice and full that comes back. Look, so here's a new fig. I made this from a cutting like last year. Fruit. It's got, I don't know, maybe 8 figs on it. Oh, I got something over here. Well, first the sugar cane. Look at that. To give you an idea of the scale, there's the power line. It's almost touching it. Sugar cane has done great. I'm ready to harvest some of it. This stalk here, it's about 2 inches in diameter, maybe 2.5. Fortunately, the poison ivy found it too, so I gotta do something about that. All right, I know I'm going kind of fast through here, but I didn't plan on this being a long video. These are dwarf Cavendish bananas. Very productive. Lots of bananas. This is mostly sweet potato. I got some Seminole pumpkin in there. That's those big leaves over there. I'll go to the other side and look at those. That cranberry hibiscus just going crazy. It's cassava. And then, well, may as well keep going here. Some longevity spinach. Lychee is doing really well. These are velvet beans. Look them up, they're kind of interesting. Testosterone booster. They're doing really good. So everything's growing good. Unfortunately, that includes the weeds. It's my biggest problem right now. Let's look at this Seminole pumpkin. Look at the leaves, okay? Look at my hand. The size of that leaf. It's probably, I don't know, 15, 18 inches. Tip to tip. That is so cool. Very productive too. Some of my wild dragon fruit. It's the star fruit, carambola. This thing is just growing really good. Now this fig doesn't have many figs on it. In fact, they might have all fallen off already. It's my biggest fig tree, but now this is the parent plant for some of those productive ones, so I'm thinking just it's not as productive because it's over here in the shade, which is fine. I'll just continue using it for making new plants. And then over here we got some guava. This thing's loaded with fruit. Down here, see something got a ripe fruit. But there's some here, more that are about ripe. I just got to figure out timing. Oh, and I tried those bags. Yeah, they just end up on the ground. Now my planting area, where I keep my potting mix, well, now it's a Malabar spinach garden. Look at this. That's Malabar spinach. We're about done here. Just wanted to see if I can get in on this. It's gonna be hard to tell. Oh, let me go around this way. Hopefully there's no poison ivy or anything back here. And this, so this is about 4 feet tall now. That's my ice cream bean. So apparently not a real fast grower, but it's looking healthy. It's doing good. Got a bunch of Cuban oregano growing everywhere. I think that's about it. So I'll do a video probably next week. Kind of talk about my plant propagation. Got all kinds of stuff going. I've got mangoes, June plums, got avocados, got Barbados cherry, there's a fig, strawberry tree, just all kinds of stuff. I'll do that next video, or 1 or 2 videos up. Thanks for watching.